Alright, stream's up. So. Alright, I mute everybody but you, bro. So.
Like shit. Yeah, you're gonna have to get muted. He's getting muted.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken in at the 1.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
At their own 46-yard line.
Yo, you tell me to do this nigga.
Recon, 152 fighter. He's checking. Okay.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Hey, Haywood! 97's the mic, 97's the mic. Come to my work! Like that!
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield got a man open. It's Ross. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mayfield down. Sliding out, and a big one as he's taken down. Derek Wolfe in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That's crazy, bro.
Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one of the opening drives.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Yeah, you better go grab. Or I'm gonna try and grab my game, but.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
36.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3. Hey, Delta. I got him.
Now Foles. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Foles. He's airing it out
Bombs
for
away,
Williams.
nigga.
He's got it at the 15.
Pass.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Yeah, 16. Tyrell Williams.
Tyrell Williams. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
You're allowed to do that. Why is he asking?
From the gun, Mayfield. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got. Check it back, check it back. Hey, we're 33.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mayfield off the play fake. Being checked. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. From his linebacker's spot, Vontaze Burfict with a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Wow.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
He did. He ranking it, bruh.
Now it's Lindsey. He finds some open field here. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. And all the way home for a
good run.
Score. Philip Lindsey. 99 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. McManus's point after is good. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And that'll make the score 14-0. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I told you, bro, the Denver Broncos are back in
business. The Browns
business.
drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion. Force
an incompletion and force another punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
His sort of long boots.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Here we go.
Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 16 yards, a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
What did you say?
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Yeah, go, let's go. Hey, dude. 44
From just shy of midfield, Foles buying time to his left. Safarian Jenkins has it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Foles. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively. Nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Right now, I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the fourth quarter, but second quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally, but maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go a little bit faster, try and catch them back on their heels a little bit to try and accomplish what you want to get done.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
Yo, talk to me.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second and 5 now. Mayfield stepping up. He's going to keep it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Come on, Bryce Callahan. You down.
Knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. The Browns on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Mayfield flushed out right, and that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This one taken just inside the 10. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
SOS. Check 99.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. They set up the screen to Chubb. He finds an opening past the 40. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
30-yard line.
Yeah, before.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Hey, Silver. Here we go. Tighten up.
Another run by Lindsey. Space to maneuver at the 40. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsey, his third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum.
Crazy.
Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Alert! Check.
Where'd you
Play
use
fake. Mayfield. Eluding the and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Wolfe in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So one quick, easy
Unable to
analysis
for the
about why
height.
they've struggled so
Maybe
far.
height.
They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be
You don't
handed out.
even know how many rushing yards they got.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th
like
down.
260.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line.
Let's just say I found a cheesy offense. Because if we're going to be real, he has the best D-line in the
Denver
game.
offense at the line, ready to go. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
He's trying to stop
There are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field,
277
if I'm
yards.
wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed.
13
right? My
rushes.
game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense.
Yeah. Let's just put in the view chat. Niggas want
A
to beat
good
me.
run, got 7 on first.
Learn
Here's
how to stop
2nd
the
and
run
3.
first.
Defenses, get out the field, defense.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1,
don't think I've had
and
anybody
that's
run
going to
the
lead
ball.
to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
He's got a 99, a 96.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Let's go, baby. I need this win still.
The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyreek Hill, 88 yards. And the Browns get a score closer.
No, that was cover 6 or some shit. I don't know.
And he pushed it right. It's no good.
Yeah, cover 9. Don't run that again. Post Egypt.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Short boot, take it at the 21. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
That's why I didn't even try.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked for something else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
I'm beating him.
Purple 64. My 40,
From the 31, Foles got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Lindsey. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
So a first and 10 coming from Browns territory now at the 46.
Come on with the safety. Swerve.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Second and 2. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty,
I can't pass the ball in this game. Fucking JJ Watt. Oh, sweat move. Get off me.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Hey, Charlie!
He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First target, first catch, and a first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Yo, switch it. Come on, switch it. Alert flare. Flat. Bang. He's coming. We got double.
A give running right, Lindsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong. I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
Check. 40's mine.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off.
Yeah.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Easy. Come, baby. Woo! Check 15. Tight dog. Under. 24, check 24. Shoot. Quick the edge. Come. Alert 3. One. Down to hit.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. They're going with Lindsey. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Or you just make him drop a few.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it.
Every single time, that's a
that number is
they
still
need
in
to patch
play
that.
because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win.
Montez
on
Burfict,
pace for
like,
being
be
in that
real.
range,
He's bring 8.
and guess what? They've got a shot.
You hit Montez Burfict. He literally takes melons off.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. They're going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
Dang, I'll just pick Chris back in to take that division.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And down he'll go at the 25. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's a gain of 2. And the Broncos first down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, easy. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon.
That's why when you throw it up like that, bro, do that every time.
They'll run. It's Lindsay.
You either cut in front of
get it
them
down
or
inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
do something like that.
Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On second down now, it's Lindsay. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
My man loves this.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to.
Nah, because I'm not. I don't even want him to have the armbar no more. I'm upgrading his elusiveness.
Throwing Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't even, his arm didn't go forward. That was a fumble.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Again, running right is Chubb. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the...
Where the errors are,
what is up with the D-line?
And continue to get better
at that cheesy ass offense.
But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Broncos, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports,
I'm Brandon Gordon. My defensive line.
So long, everybody.
How overall is your whole team? That's a fact. He also wasn't running the I-wing tight you. He was throwing the ball against you.
Oh yeah, because I didn't want to give you to your offense. I already knew from the get before the scaries. I let him have the offense. See, you ain't throw one scary. Well, you threw scaries, but they didn't get picked. Philip Lindsay's a 90 overall now.
Yeah, that's some cap. But I ain't worried.